What if the very thing holding you back isn't your circumstances, your background, or your lack of opportunities, but your obsession with other people? Every time you compare, every time you seek approval, every time you watch someone else's life instead of building your own, you lose a piece of your power. While you're focused on them, you're abandoning yourself. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Nobody is coming to save you, validate you, or build your life for you. If you want real control, real confidence, and real peace, it starts the moment you stop watching others and start focusing on yourself. Now think about this. How many hours have you lost watching other people live their lives? Scrolling, comparing, analyzing, while your own goals sit untouched. It's subtle, almost invisible, but incredibly destructive. Because every moment spent focusing on others is a moment stolen from your own growth. This is exactly why it teaches radical self-focus. Not selfishness, but responsibility. The kind where you take full ownership of your time, your energy, and your direction. Before we go deeper, if you're ready to break free from distractions and start building a stronger version of yourself, hit that subscribe button and join this journey toward discipline, clarity, and inner power. Let's get into it. The Stoics understood something most people ignore. Your life improves the moment your attention becomes intentional. One of the most powerful men in history didn't waste his time worrying about what others were doing. Instead, he constantly reminded himself to return to what truly mattered: his own thoughts, his own actions, his own character. Because at the end of the day, that's all you truly have control over. Yet most people do the opposite. They track other people's success, measure their worth against strangers, and let opinions shape their decisions. They become reactive instead of intentional, living in response to the world instead of in control of themselves. And that's where the problem begins. When your focus is external, your peace becomes fragile. One negative comment can ruin your day. One person's success can make you feel behind. One moment of rejection can shake your confidence. Why? Because your sense of self is no longer yours, it's outsourced. But Stoicism teaches you to reclaim it. Put it simply, if you seek tranquility, do less, or rather, do what is essential. And what is more essential than mastering your own mind? So as we move forward, I want you to keep one idea in your head: your energy is limited. Where you choose to place it will determine the direction of your life. Waste it on others, and you stay stuck. Invest it in yourself, and you transform. The choice is yours. Part 1. The silent trap of comparison. Comparison doesn't announce itself. It doesn't show up and say, "I'm about to ruin your confidence today." It's quiet. It's subtle. It slips into your mind when you least expect it. You're just scrolling. Just observing. Just checking in. But then it starts. You see someone your age doing better than you. You see someone achieving what you haven't yet. You see someone living a life you wish you had. And suddenly, without realizing it, your mind shifts from inspiration to insecurity. This is the silent trap. Because the moment you start comparing, you stop appreciating. You stop focusing. You stop growing. Instead of asking, "How can I improve?" you start asking, "Why am I not like them?" And that question is dangerous. Because it assumes that their path is the standard, and yours is somehow lacking. But here's the truth Stoicism wants you to understand: you are not behind. You are not late. You are simply on your own path. Reminded himself constantly not to be distracted by what others were doing. In his private writings, he focused on one thing: living according to his own principles, not someone else's life. Think about that. A Roman emperor, with all the power in the world, still had to discipline his mind not to compare himself to others. That tells you something powerful. Comparison is a human problem, not a social media problem. And if you don't actively fight it, it will control you. Because comparison creates three dangerous illusions. First, the illusion of perfection. You see people at their best moments and assume that's their everyday reality. It's not, you're comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. Second, the illusion of lack. It makes you feel like you don't have enough, haven't done enough, aren't enough. Even when you are making progress. Third, the illusion of urgency. It pressures you into thinking you're running out of time. That if you don't catch up quickly, you've failed. But Stoicism destroys all three illusions with one principle. Focus on what is yours to do. Taught that when you focus on things outside your control, you become anxious, frustrated, and unstable. But when you focus only on what you can control, you become free. So the next time you feel that urge to compare, pause. Ask yourself, is this helping me grow? Is this within my control? Or is this just distracting me from my own path? Because every second you spend measuring yourself against others, is a second you're not investing in yourself. And over time, those seconds turn into lost days, lost opportunities, lost potential. This is why focusing on yourself is not just good advice, it's a necessity. If you want to move forward, you have to break free from the habit of looking sideways. Your life doesn't improve when you watch others. It improves when you work on yourself. And that's where we're going next. Part 2. The illusion of control. One of the biggest reasons people stay stuck in life is simple. They're trying to control things that were never theirs to control. They want to control how others see them. They want to control outcomes. They want to control opinions, respect, recognition. And when those things don't go their way, they feel frustrated, anxious, even powerless. But here's the truth Stoicism forces you to confront. You don't control most things in life. And that's not a weakness. That's clarity. Built his entire philosophy on one powerful distinction. Some things are up to you. And some things are not. If you don't understand this, you will spend your life exhausted, chasing control where it doesn't exist. Let's break it down. You cannot control what people think about you, whether someone respects you, how quickly success comes, what others say behind your back, external outcomes. No matter how hard you try, but you can control your effort, your discipline, your mindset, your reactions, your decisions, and that's where your power lives. Reminded himself daily. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Yet most people ignore this completely. They spend hours worrying about what someone said. They replay conversations in their heads. They stress about opinions that don't even matter. And all of that energy, wasted. Because no matter how much you think about it, you still can't control it. This is the illusion. It tricks you into believing that if you worry enough, analyze enough, or stress enough, you'll somehow gain control. But all you gain is anxiety. Stoicism cuts through this illusion with brutal honesty. If it's not in your control, it's not your responsibility. Think about how freeing that is. You don't need everyone to like you. You don't need approval to move forward. You don't need perfect conditions to take action. All you need is control over yourself. And when you truly understand this, something powerful happens. You stop reacting. You stop chasing. You stop overthinking. Instead, you focus. You put your energy into your actions, your habits, your growth. And suddenly, life becomes simpler. Not easier, but clearer. Because now, instead of trying to control everything, you're mastering the only thing that truly matters, you. And once you reach that point, something incredible happens. Other people lose their power over you. Their opinions, irrelevant. Their success, not your concern. Their judgment, just noise. Because your focus has shifted inward. And that's where real strength begins. Now let's go deeper, because understanding control is one thing. But breaking free from the need for validation, that's where the real transformation happens. Part 3. The addiction to validation. Let's be honest, most people aren't just distracted by others. They are controlled by them. Controlled by opinions. Controlled by approval. Controlled by the constant need to be seen, accepted, and praised. This is the addiction to validation, and it's one of the most dangerous traps you can fall into. Because it doesn't look harmful at first. It feels good when people like your post. It feels good when someone compliments you. It feels good when you're recognized. But slowly, without realizing it, you begin to depend on it, and the moment your happiness depends on others, you lose your freedom. Warned about this long ago. He understood that the more you seek approval, the more power you give away. Think about it: if someone praises you, you feel high. If someone ignores you, you feel invisible. If someone criticizes you, you feel attacked. Your emotions rise and fall, not based on your values, but on other people's reactions. That's not strength. That's dependency. And here's the harsh reality: the world is inconsistent. People are unpredictable. Approval is temporary. So if you build your confidence on something unstable, your confidence will always be unstable. Reminded himself not to be distracted by applause or criticism. To him, both were equally dangerous, because both could pull you away from your true path. So what's the solution? You replace external validation with internal standards. Instead of asking, "Do they like me?" you start asking, "Did I do what's right? Did I stay disciplined? Did I improve today?" That's the shift. Because when your validation comes from within, nobody can take it from you. You don't need applause to feel proud. You don't need recognition to stay consistent. You don't need approval to keep moving forward. You become self-driven, self-controlled, self-reliant, and that's where real power lives. But let me challenge you with something deeper. If you removed all attention, no likes, no praise, no recognition, would you still do what you're doing? Would you still stay disciplined? Would you still chase your goals? Would you still improve? If the answer is no, then you're not building your life, you're performing for an audience. And Stoicism rejects that completely. Because your life is not a performance. It's a responsibility. So stop performing. Start building. And if you're ready to break free from the need for validation and become mentally stronger, make sure you subscribe to this channel right now. This is where you learn how to take back control of your mind, your focus, and your life. Because the moment you stop needing approval, is the moment you become unstoppable. Now let's go even deeper, because once you remove validation, there's something powerful that replaces it: inner discipline. Conclusion. Take your power back. At the end of the day, your life is shaped by one thing: where you choose to place your attention. Not your past, not other people's opinions, not what the world expects from you. Your focus. If you keep looking outward, comparing, chasing validation, worrying about others, you will always feel behind, distracted, and uncertain. But the moment you turn inward, everything changes. You become clear. You become disciplined. You become in control. teaches that peace was never something you had to chase, it was something you create by mastering yourself. And as lived by, your mind is your domain. Protect it, train it, strengthen it, so from this moment forward, make a decision. Stop watching others. Stop comparing. Stop seeking approval. Start building. Start improving. Start focusing on yourself. Because nobody is coming to do the work for you. And that's not a limitation. That's your greatest advantage. You have full control over your effort. Full control over your mindset. Full control over your direction. Use it, and if you're serious about becoming stronger, calmer, and more focused every single day, make sure you subscribe to this channel. This is where you train your mind to rise above distractions and take complete ownership of your life. Your journey doesn't start tomorrow. It doesn't start next week. It starts right now.